Hi again, amigos. Doug Karsh in South Bend, and this is another edition of Michigan Rewind. The Wolverines, for the second consecutive year, an improbable come-from-behind victory over the Notre Dame Fighting Irish with a young quarterback leading the way in the waning moments. The head coach of the Wolverines, Rich Rodriguez, summed up his feelings immediately after the game.
I'm proud of our young men. I think both teams competed extremely hard all the way to the last play. We had a lot of young guys out there and battled their tails off. Needless to say, our quarterback was pretty special again today, but this is a great win for us in a tough environment. For a young team that's growing up, it's fun. We'll enjoy it for 24 hours. I'll tell them we'll maybe take 28 hours enjoying this one.
Denard Robinson breaking his record set a week ago against UConn, 383 yards of total offense on that day, 505 yards of total offense Saturday in South Bend, and he didn't carry the ball 29 times against the Fighting Irish.
What I told y'all last week, I said we can't be running him 29 times again. We ran him 28. So had he not scored on the last play, he may have had 29. But that was a lot more. We're just trying to win the game, but the teams are defending us a certain way. And Denard, if he's getting tackled by third-level players, and the secondary is not as bad as the big guys up front. Sometimes he got tackled by the big guys up front, but a lot of times today I think it was second and third-level players, and he's fast enough that they don't get a whole lot of straight-on shots on him, I hope.
258 yards on the ground for Denard, and also through the air, 24 of 40 for 244 yards and some big conversions to get first downs on the final drive of the game.
Schilling was telling me we got to put the game away. Moak was telling me this, and all the receivers were ready to put it away.
How different is it a year ago watching Tate do it? You watched the same thing, and now you did it. I
felt like I was playing with him when he did that last year. I felt like I was in his body, and I was playing with him. And I'm surprised if he didn't feel the same way today.
One of the big plays of the game, 3rd and 5, you hit Roundtree over the middle with a defensive back draped all over him. Take us through the throw from your perspective and Roy's catch.
Roy gave me a week right before the play. He said, come to me. He gave me a week like this. I said, all right, I'm going to count on him. I know I can count on him, and I know we got these bands on our hands that say, you can count on me. You could count on me, and I knew I could count on him.
Your last play, you get into the end zone. Take us through that from your perspective.
Man, I just seen the hole, and the offensive lineman was playing a great game, and they've been pushing it, and I just made one cut, and it was me and one guy, and we had to see what happened, who was the better guy.
The Michigan defense got off the field when necessary in the second half against the Fighting Irish. However, Notre Dame had one final crack at the end zone, and Michigan fans always hold their breath during a Hail Mary.
We go over situations all the time in practice, so we were actually prepared extremely well for that play. We had a great plan in action. So we just executed.
And when the ball sails overhead and out of bounds, take us through your reaction.
Oh man, that was probably the best play of the whole game for me. Once I seen it go out of bounds, I said, yes, we got a victory. Let's go home there in Auburn.
The Wolverines did knock Notre Dame starting quarterback Dane Christ out of the ball game. He did return in the second half, but Michigan's defense forced 3 interceptions from 3 different Fighting Irish quarterbacks.
We played pretty well defensively overall today. I think that we made a few, rookie mistakes, but those are things that we're going to get corrected.
I'm just so proud of the guys for how everything we've been through and how everybody played together and stayed together to the last second right off the clock,
Of course, everybody remembers a year ago when Tate Forcier led Michigan to the late last-second victory over the Fighting Irish. That Michigan team didn't go on to have the kind of season they wanted. How does this Michigan team carry on the momentum?
Keeping people humble. We're 2-0, but we got 10 games left with the whole season ahead of us, and we've got some really tough Big Ten opponents coming up, and just got to keep everybody humble and focused.
That'll do it for this edition of Michigan Rewind. The Wolverines victorious in South Bend, 28-24. We'll recap the Wolverines game with UMass next Saturday here on mgoblue.com. I'm Doug Karsh.